So the lecture what I am going to discuss today, that is the Microsoft Word. Why I think the use of Microsoft Word or understanding the Microsoft Word is very important, because I saw many of the students, many of youngsters, those who are using the Microsoft Word, they use it just like a typewriter. Okay, what they are using, they use it only for typing, whereas the functionalities on the Microsoft Word, which is so vast and so useful, many a time I see the students or the young generations are not worrying to use those technologies or those tools. So I have opened a blank document. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to type something here. For example, PRIBHIN. I wrote my name, Pravin. Now what happened, it is going into a font which is not usually people use. We prefer to use a Times New Roman or any other thing. So what we usually do, I have seen people are doing, they select this font and go to this place and change it into Times New Roman. But that is not the correct way of doing it, because when you open a document, there are some default fonts and the settings the Microsoft has already given. So we need to modify that settings first to make sure that the software opens with our own required fonts. For example, if I need to do this, what I do is that I don't like this font. This Calibri body is the light is the font which is coming right now. I don't like this font. So what I will do is that I will right click on this and then I go for modify, and then I select the font what I prefer. Like I like Roboto, that is a font what I prefer. So and I make it into 12, and rest of the things I am keeping as it is. And there is an option called new document based on this template. So if I click on this button and if I press OK, it is permanently going to change the default font. That means whenever you open a new document, it will open automatically with the Roboto font. So I'm not going to do it right now, but I'm just clicking here only font for this document, and then I press OK, and then I press on this, and it has changed to a new font, that is Roboto. Now if I click somewhere down and type, it is automatically coming as a Roboto font. Okay, so that is the first thing, that if you are not happy with the default font, please do change it yourself, and then afterwards you don't have to worry about any time. So this is for one time work when you are starting with the Microsoft Word. That is the first thing. Now what I'll share a document. So this is a template that I just prepared. Like I have this thesis. I have a thesis. I have to format it in this way. Okay, so this is the thesis I'm going to prepare. So this is the content what I'm going to put it in that thesis. So there is a table of content, there is an introduction, then the background, context, research problem, questions. So just I randomly put some text here. Okay, so now I got this screen now. I got this blank document now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first heading, that is my first heading, and I'm going to paste it here. I right click and paste it here. So it is already going into a Roboto font. And after that, I have the first content. I'm putting some random text here. So this is my first paragraph. And this is also going into the same format what I changed here from the normal. Okay, so that is fine. But the heading what I'm using here, that is the introduction. That is not the main paragraph text. That is the first heading. So what I have to do, I have to select the heading. I have to assign the heading to that content. So I select that and clicked on this. But when I clicked on this, that it is not the preferred format, because I am working with the Roboto font, and it is again going into Calibri light font. What should I do? I need to right click on this, modify, and then go to the font what I prefer, Roboto, and 16 size is bit larger for me, so I'll make it for 15, and I'll take it is automatic. But when I look at here, you can see that okay, before this heading there is some space, and after the heading there is no sufficient space. So I need to consider I have a space after the heading also. So we sometimes press enter and make a space there, but that is not the way. We need to go to the format and take the paragraph. There is an option spacing. Before it is 12 font, 12 size, and after it is 0. That is the reason it is giving. See, now I made it 12. So that before the line there would be some space. After the line there would be same space. So this will be going to change the setting. Now my settings have got correct, but it is not again bold. It is not again. Don't use these tools unless your document preparation is finished. Okay. So I need to make it bold. For that, I right click on this, then go to modify, then make it bold from here, and then press OK. So that becomes bold. Okay, now the paragraphs are fine. Let us go to the second heading. For that, I'm going to take the second heading from that. That is the background and the context. I'm copying that and I'm right clicking here, paste as plain text. This only keep the text. It will not copy the format. I right click here. And now I'm selecting this. And this becomes my second level of heading, not the first heading. Introduction. Within the heading, there is subheading. So which it is become a subheading, then I need to use the heading level 2, which is going as levels. Main heading, subheading. If I have to have a subheading of that subheading, so that is the level 3. So each level I need to assign. So I selected that. I click on this. So that becomes my second heading, but that is not the font I prefer. So I have to modify, and then I have to select the Roboto font. I'll go for 12 bold and automatic, because I don't use colors for the fonts. Now for the paragraphs, then I select the paragraph. I'll give 6 spacing before and 6 spacing after, the press OK. So that becomes my subheading. Then I am going to take some random text here. So that becomes my next text. Then I'll get the other research problem. So this is going to be my next level of heading, and that is the third level of heading. So first heading I have assigned, second heading I have assigned. Now I'm assigning the third level of heading. That is not the font I prefer. So I right click, go to the Roboto. I'll make it is automatic, and I won't make it bold, rather I'll keep it same way. I'll go to the paragraph, give 6 after and 6 before. Okay and okay. But it doesn't look good, so I'll make it bold so that it can be okay. Now 3 levels of headings I have already defined. Now once you have assigned this kind of headings, it is very easy to navigate through your document. Why it is important? Why is it easy? Because if you go to the view menu and select the navigation pan, it is completely making the document mapping here. Okay, so this is your first heading. So if you have to go to the last page, you can go there. If you want to go to this page, it is going there. If you want to go to this page, it is going here. That is not the only thing. If I need to give the numbering to these headings, it is going to be there in the home menu. Go to the multi-level list. Okay, not the bullet, not the number. There is a next level that is called multi-level list. Click on the multi-level list, and there you will find an option based on the heading style. You need to give the numbering. So just click on the heading. See, it has given number 1, and here it has given the 2, here it has given 2.1, and here it has given 1.1.1. So everywhere it is actually giving the formatting correctly. But now when I see, initially when we do typing and all, we usually keep the paragraphs left aligned, and at the end stage when we are about to print, usually convert it into a justified manner because of the aesthetic point of view. But while writing, if you are keeping the justified view, then the typing will sometimes become difficult. So it goes here and there. So that is what I kept the paragraph left aligned now. But now I need to change the paragraph to right aligned. What I need to do, I need to go to the normal text, modify, and then I go to the next here. Oh no, I don't want to go there. There is a menu here itself. Go to the justified and press OK. So everything in the page, in the entire document, wherever there is a change, it will be automatically applying to all the paragraphs. It is not going to be a one-by-one process. You don't have to change anything one by one. You don't have to select and justify anything. It is all going to change to the entire document. Now, for example, you want to change the color of the introduction. the heading one, first level heading. Like we have two headings. One is introduction, second is objective of the study. Both of them are the level 1 heading. You want to make it into a dark color, for example, blue color or something. What you need to do, go to right click on this heading and then modify, then go to the color and choose as many, whatever color you want. Let me take a different color here. Okay. So what is happening? That one is got changed. Go here, that is also got changed. Now what I'm going to do, I don't like this color, so I manually change the color to something different. Okay. And now I'm going to this page and I'm trying to change the color to something like this color. Now what happened? It did not change the color of this object second heading, but it changed the color of the first heading. Got the point? The point is that whenever you use some part of this menu, the formatting menu from this part in the home menu, not in the default or in the adjustment menu, then what it is going to, the computer is going to understand, the system is going to understand whatever you did manually will be overruling the later stage formattings. Okay, so if any time if you do anything manually formatted, then it is not going to change when you apply the changes from the heading menus. So we have to keep that in mind. Okay, so what I suggest, if you have to randomly change something in the document, for example, you don't like one particular color and you want to change it and do it, you can do it, but you do it at the last stage of the report. While before going to print, you can modify it manually, and if everything is fine, then do change at the last stage and then you go for the printing. But don't change it while preparing the document. Okay, so that is the one thing. Now if I need to make it correct, so I go to here, then I select this and then I have to clear this formatting, clear the formatting, it goes into normal, and then I select the heading, so it got into that assigned format color and the font. And this is the benefits. And now, for example, if somebody is saying, no, I don't want any of these headings, you have to delete all the headings. What we can do, right click on this and select all, and then you simply delete. It has removed all that headings. You got me, that how easy the things are. So you do go explore this thing. Okay, now I'm not going into the other aspect. There are many things. We can make it into all fold, and sometimes we need that. Okay, whenever I start the first heading, I want to start it from a fresh page. So I just keep this button on. So whenever I give a heading style 1, it will start from a new page. See, it is not going to be there in the other page. So if I select this, so there is no paragraph below. So I'll add some paragraph. Okay, so I got this paragraph. Now I'm changing this to heading style 1. See, it goes to the new chapter, a new page. So that kind of facilities are there. Just go through it, explore it. What is it happening here? Just explore it. What are the main functionalities? Go to this formatting. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to insert a page here. Okay, I'm inserting a blank page. Okay. And this is not the numbering, so I remove the numbering. Now there is something called table of content. For me, it is not that difficult, because when I go to the reference menu, there is an option given for me, table of content. So I go to this table of content. I can just click on this. It will create an automatic one. But I'm going into the custom table content because this font formats I don't like. So I go to the custom table content. There is a format called modern or formal. Okay. And I'm keeping here show levels. Levels is asking for the heading levels. How many levels are there? So I have 3 levels. So I choose 3 levels. If I have a 4th level heading also, then I can use that also. And then I press OK. Look at this. It has prepared a table of content in a fraction of click. And best part is, now once you have this table of contents, you see how beautifully this is formatted. It is having the page number. It is having these all things. Now if you see, if you press the control button and click on this, it will automatically take you to the next page. Now look at one page. One example, objectives of the study is on the 4th page. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to insert some more details in the 1.1.1 research problem and questions. So I press control button, go to the research problem, and here I'm going to add some more text. Okay, so that page changed, that goes into a new page. Now let's see what is happening there in this page. It is not changed yet, or it changed, I don't know. I refresh, update entire table. Okay, see, the entire table number got changed. So this is because I want to show it right away. I'm doing this refresh button. If I don't want to do it, I can leave it as it is. It will automatically convert it into a table. It will update automatically when you save it, or when you open it again or close it and open it again. It will automatically do. We don't have to worry about that. Now let me take you to another example, and another thing what it comes usually with our document is the images. For example, I have an image here, so I go to this insert button and go to the pictures. You go to insert button and to go to the pictures, and then you insert the picture. So I have this first figure, that is the figure 1. I inserted that figure 1 there in the image. The figure should have a number, and that number or the figure should be quoted or referred somewhere in the paragraph. That things come system understand. So we just need to tell the system that, okay, this is a figure. I need to give a caption for this figure. For that, I need to select this figure, select this. So then this selection part will come. Then go to the reference, and there is a option called insert caption. Okay, so go to this insert caption. It automatically taking figure because the table is taken here as figure. So take this figure, then I'm giving some colon there, and then I'm giving it is a okay. So the figure is already there, and now I need to have the figure caption. I'm taking the figure caption from this text. I have already written that caption, so I'm just copying that. If I'm not written, I can change that, and then I'm pasting it as it is. But now the font and the formatting is not as per my requirement. So I can go to the home menu, can select which is chosen. It is chosen the caption. So I can right click on this caption, modify. I don't want it to be italics. I want to be non-italics, and I want to be automatic. And I want the robot size 10. And there is a paragraph. Is there any space? Insert and spacing, there is an after it is 10 given, that is fine. Before it is 0, that's okay. And I want to align it center. Let it be on the side at this moment. If you want to make it in the center, we can do it, but at this moment while doing the documentation, keep it at left align. At the end stage, you can just change it if you are not modifying this. Okay, so I inserted the content here, figure caption here. So figure caption 1. Now when you have a figure in the document, it is required for you to refer that figure in the document paragraph text. So for example, I need to quote the figure here. So I need to keep the cursor there, go to the same reference, and then there is an option called cross-referencing. So cross-referencing is to refer that particular figure here. So now you select this cross-referencing. It is asking you what type of reference type you want. Go to the figure. Then it is asking you want to type the entire caption or not. No, I don't want the entire caption. I only want the only label and the number. Okay, like bracket ke andar what we write figure 1. So just press insert. Okay, so that came there. So then I need to make it into a bracket if you want to use the bracket. Now when you keep the cursor over here, you can see that it is highlighted already. And if you control and press, it will become the link, hyperlink activate, and you can click on this and directly go to this figure. Now the figure 1 is linked in the paragraph. It is there linked in the paragraph. Now this is becoming the table of content. Similar way, we need to make the list of figures also. So for that, I'm going to insert a blank page. There I'm going to insert the list of figures here. So inserting the list of figures, we'll go the table of content, insert table of content, figure, formal, okay. So now the table of figures are also ready. Now, for example, if I need to delete this table of figures, for example, I need to go to the portion below and I need to remove this entire figure. So if I delete this entire figure, so it won't automatically delete this, rather it will give some error message here. So we need to delete this also. I deleted the figure 1 and I deleted the figure 1 where I was quoting. Okay, so paragraph I removed. Now see this picture here, it is already also figure 2, it hasn't changed. But if you close the document and open it again, it will automatically convert. Otherwise, you can just right click on this and update field, it becomes a figure 1. And now if that figure 1, if figure 2 I have inserted here, so this also will become figure 1. Okay, so these linkings are also there. Everything will be automatically linked and that will become connected to each other. Okay, and at the same time, if you go here, right click and update field, that will remove the figure 2 also from here. Now the same way, let us go to another thing, that is the tables. Okay, let us take an example of a table. I have tables here. So for example, if I take this table, this is a table I want to select and I want to place this table here in this place. Okay, I placed that table, but the table has gone very smoothly, fine. But there are a couple of troubles here. First trouble, if you look at this table have heading at the beginning. Okay, table header is here in the beginning. Okay, here there is some table header is there. It is there in the beginning, but when I go to the next page, because the table continues for multiple pages, but when it goes to the next page, there is no heading. So if a person who is reading this document having a table which is continuing 5-6 pages, it is not possible for him to go to the every page and every time go back to the starting of the table and read the heading. So it is better if you provide the heading of heading of that table at every page. Okay, so if you go on doing it by inserting a header line here or an extra row here and writing the same header, it is going to be a lot of trouble. But because whenever there is a change in the small change in the document, then it will automatically make these things that heading will come in the middle of the page. Okay, so that is not a correct way. What is the correct way? Select this, go to the options by right clicking and then go to the table properties, and there is a table. These are the standard formatting processes. Go to the row. There is an option called repeat as header row at top of each page. I have selected this header, that is why I can assign that header. If I need 2 rows as a header, I can do that also. But right now, only 1 row is my header row. So I will select this option and then I press OK. Now you see it has got a header at every place. Now these are not editable. You won't be able to edit this. But if you want to edit that content, you have to go to the first page and then you edit it. It will automatically edit everything. For example, if I go to give a color, right click, table properties, and then the table, giving a shadow, border and shading, I give a small light shade here, press OK. So that shade is gone and that the same formatting is applied to all the tables. Okay, now there is another issue, like I don't want this table to be in the portrait mode. I want this table in a landscape mode. Like my page needs to be in landscape format wherever I have this table. Now, if I make this page in the landscape, I can go to the layout, change the orientation to landscape. It will change every page into landscape mode. So that is not what I want. I want only the table which is in the landscape mode. So what I need to do, I need to keep my cursor here. Then go to the insert, go to the layout, go to the break, and there is an option called section break. Click on the section break. So it automatically created a section break. How do you see whether the section break is created or not? So double click on the footer section. Here it is header section or footer section anywhere. Here it is written footer section 2. Here it is written header section 3. Okay, similarly you go to the end of the table because I want the table portion separate from rest of the part. And now go to the end of the table and then insert another section break. Okay, so I'll go to here, I kept my cursor here, then go to layout, breaks, then next page. So it goes into a next page. Now you see here it is section 3, here it is section 4. Now, if I change the orientation of this orientation landscape. If it doesn't work, if still the upper and lower portions are going into the landscape mode, then you have to keep your cursor wherever you are changing the this, then unclick link to previous, remove this link and then you come to the header and footer for both the sides, because header footer will be connected to the upper and lower documents. So we need to unlink that. Now you see it has all changed in the landscape mode. Rest of the documents are all in the portrait mode, and the table is now in the landscape mode. Now I need to give the table number. If I need to give the table number, same way, select the table, go to the reference, insert caption, and here in this case you need to select the table, because earlier it was figure. Now you select the table and press this, and when you select the table, it automatically selects above the table. So that is the standard process we do. Whenever you do a document, the table headings or the table captions are on the top of the table and the figure captions are on the bottom of the table. Then I'll paste it here itself. Okay, done. Now we need to create a list of tables also. So now if I got to go to the list of tables, I need to go to the layout, break, next page, and now I have this break, this page. Now I have this blank page here, so I just remove this to normal. This is normal. Then I will go for the list of tables. I go to, and then I will go to the reference. Then I go to insert table of figures, and here I'll select the caption label table formal and press OK. So it will prepare the list of the table here. Now almost our document is ready. We have table of content, we have list of figures, we have list of tables, and then we have the first chapter starting from here, but we haven't given the page number. And the page number giving is again a challenging task. What happens when you have this kind of documents? What we usually do is that we go to the insert menu and go for the page number, page bottom of the page, and then I select something like left hand side or right hand side. I select this pattern on the right hand side. So it is giving a page number on here. This is the first page, page number 1 on the table of content, and page number 2 on the list of figures, page number 3 on this one. But if you remember, or if you understand correctly, so the document will always have a set of things like the table of content, list of figures, acknowledgement, certificate, all that things which comes in the front matter of a document. Even if it is a project or a thesis, all of that places we use the Roman numbers. Like if it is the starting documents like the content page and all, they will have a Roman number, and the actual first page number start from the first chapter or the first page. Okay, so this should become the first page, page number 1, and all others should become Roman numbers. So here it will not work right now because we haven't asked the system to do that. For that, if I need to do that, I need to do the same thing. I need to click on the header section, because I already have a header and footer section divided here. I go to the header section and then unlink it. Then I go to the footer section, then unlink it. And then I go to this section and select this and go to the page number, format page number, then continue from the both. Okay. And then go to the page number, Roman letter 1. Okay. Okay. So now that becomes a page number 1. But it did not change because that is, again, we need to do the same process. Go to this, unlink, go to list, unlink, and same way I'm going to do this also. Go to this, unlink, and go to this, unlink. So I unlinked my section 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So all I did it one stretch, and then I'm going to this part. Then I do the formatting. Format page number, select the style because it is to be continued from the previous one, and I'll select the Roman number here. So that becomes the page number 2. It did not change. So select this also. This only the starting 3 or 4 pages, because I give all page breaks or the footer breaks here. I need to do it 3 times, but if you are doing the front matter as a single section, we don't have to do it multiple times. So I'll go to the format page number, then I select the format and continue from the previous. Okay, and then I go to this, and then I do the same thing, format page number and start at 1. Okay, so that becomes the page number 1, and then it should continue 2, 3, 4, 5 and go on. Okay, so that process is done. Now it's done. Close the document. So now you see the documents are now properly formatted. This is the table of content. This is the table of figures. Now this is the list of figures, list of tables. Then my chapter starts. See how beautifully the formattings are. Okay, it doesn't take much time. It doesn't take any effort, any manual work. So once you are doing these things in this way, parallelly the document preparations is going on. Okay, so all my document is now ready. So I have got the tables, I have got the figures, I have got the captions, everything is now ready, and my work is so easy. Now if I need to make this document little more attractive with giving into different color gradings and all headings with a different color, there is another option. Go to this design, okay, and then you take the color palette, color theme what you prefer. So I am just randomly selecting this office theme, and then there is preset options available here where I like this option. You look at this document now, but it has changed the font. So if I need to change the font to Roboto, what I prefer, so Roboto 11, okay, so I changed the font also, and I need to justify. But when I applied the theme, I go to the designs, and I selected the color option. So I need to change the color option. I don't like that color, so I'll go for this color. Okay, that's changing the color immediately. And when I changed the theme, it actually removed the numbering. So if I need to get back into the numbering, I need to go to this numbering and do the numbering again. So now see the things which are all properly aligned. Okay, now this is the table, and we need a front page also now for the thesis. So the front page is to be different, because in the front page there is no page number. There the formatting should be different. So when you are doing that, you have to keep in mind there is an option for front page in the Word document itself. I don't know how many of you use this. There is an option called cover page. So if you click on this cover page, it will give you options. For example, this is the option I'm giving here. So it inserted here. It has not given a page number here. It started from here. It's still continuing as page number 1. And if you go to the page, here it will be written, this is page 0. There is no page number. It's starting from here. And now if you want to remove these things, you can delete things and make your own things. But this is taken as a cover page here. Okay, so there should no page number, and it is not linked to anything. And you can insert this in the document, and then you can prepare this. Okay. So I give my logo also here. Okay, my document is ready. Now you just need to go to the file, then save as Adobe PDF, downloads. I will give test3, save. So my PDF is also creating. This here is my PDF. Everything is ready. And even in the PDF, you have hyperlinks. See? If you want to go to the background, click here, it goes to background. Go here, it takes you to the file. This is structure, goes there.